Okay, everybody, in this video, we're going to dig right in and start building a funnel. So this is going to be the cool stuff. This is fun. This is easy. And we're going to get right down into it. So this is the last page that we were just on where you have our integrations. So it's all hooked up now. So all we want to do right now is go into this section where it says click funnels. And then the drop down button will come down and just we'll click on funnels, this thing right here. All right. And so the next page will show up right here. And then this is where, if you had multiple funnels, you would have all your funnels right here listed. But because this is a brand new account, there's no funnels listed. So we're going to come right here and go to add new. So this is going to be our add new funnel. So you get two different choices. Just go with the classic funnel builder for now, because this is what we need to do, because this comes with all the templates and stuff that we can choose from. And we're going to start from scratch with ours, because I build my funnels from scratch. But if you want to use a template, there's templates to use as well. So, but for now, go to classic funnel builder and just go click on create new funnel. And then here's where you have the option. Now, here's a couple of different formats they give you. You can collect emails, you can sell a product, you can host webinars. Now, whether you're selling a product or hosting a webinar, I always suggest to start from scratch, because like if you do if you choose this, you're gonna have like all these extra steps to fill in, and it turns into more work than what it really needs to be. So I always start off with the collect emails funnel, because this is only a 2-step funnel, and then you can add more steps as you please. So we're going to start off with this one, collect emails. So choose this option. And then we're going to name this. So I'm going to just say example funnel. But this doesn't matter, because this is just for your reference. So, I mean, if you're selling shampoo, just put like shampoo funnel, or if you're a mechanic, you could put like free oil change funnel, or whatever you want your funnel to be. So you could have, multiple funnels if you want to. So if you have like 5, for any reason you want to have like 3 different funnels, like each funnel has a different offer. Like if you're a mechanic, one funnel could be like get a free oil change when you give us your email, or, the next funnel could be another offer, such as like, we will give you a check engine light inspection for free, or whatever, it just doesn't matter. So this is just name your funnel right here. Don't bother selecting a group tag. We're not really going to get that difficult. So just start building a funnel is all we need to do from here. All right, cool. As mentioned, you get templates when it comes to ClickFunnels. So let me just scoot this on over a little bit more so we can see the whole screen. But so right here is going to be, you have 2 steps in this funnel. So like this is your opt-in page, and this would be like your thank you page. So you'll understand this in just a second as we get through this more. Basically this is a 2-step funnel. So if someone clicks on your ad, they'll land on this first page, and then once they enter their email, they're going to be taken to your thank you page. So right now we're selected on this first page right here, and we can choose a template. And right up here at the top, there's different types of templates that you can choose from. There's opt-ins for your email, which is what we're doing right now. If we were to create a sales page, we would create this, and I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Webinar stuff, membership, if you're building a course, and this is other stuff. So, for right now, all we're really going to focus on is just getting an email, and then saying thank you to these people when they sign up to your email list. And then you can also, on this thank you page, have your contact information, such as like call us to set up an appointment or whatever. So you give your customer basically, the option to call you, and that's kind of like how you get leads. Like you have an ad, they give you their email address, and then you tell them to call you right now to get their offer. So that's basically how this whole thing works out. So right here, we're going to basically get down into the editing part, and here's all these different templates that you can choose from. And all these templates are basically like, say if you like this template right here, you would just press select template, and then you would be given this whole image to where, like, if you really, let's say for whatever reason you had your own picture of you would pick your picture here. And then like if you had, your own text, you put your text here. If you had your own logo, you put your own logo here. And then you have like your headline and your sub headline right here, and right here is where you would put your email, and they would subscribe. So I mean, you just put in your own text here. And your email thing is already set up for you. Put your own logo here. So, but everything has its own, basic little pattern that you can choose from. If you had an ebook you wanted to sell, put your ebook picture there, just like how it shows you. So, but yeah, you get all these templates. They're all very professional looking templates, and all these are basically guaranteed to help make your ads convert. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to go into select template right here. We're just going to choose the first one. Okay, so our template is now loaded in, and then we just click on edit page. All right, so this next page is all loaded up for you. And so I'm just going to show you how to do this from scratch. So that way, if you want to do things from scratch, you can. If you want to stick with the templates, you're more than welcome to stick with the templates. But I'm going to show you how to start everything from scratch, because that way you get to see how everything works. But if you were to use a template like this, for instance, if you want to just jump right in, you just click on the text, and then you have the ability to edit it. So just go ahead and you can just delete it and just put like, hi, my name is Joe, or whatever you want to put. So it's not like, you can say whatever you want, what you want to say. So, or, for instance, if you come down a little more, you got more patterns for like whatever else you want to put in here, which would go on to like the next funnel. But like, see how this just gets complicated, because like, now there's an image here that you need to put an image of, and put your more text here and whatever else. So like, it just gets a little complicated when you actually use a template, because now you have to put a picture here, now you have to put text here, and you have to keep thinking of new stuff. Now, the whole thing about having a sales funnel is like simplicity is like the best. Like don't worry about all this long stuff. We're going to make one simple website where people can't even scroll down. So it's just gonna be like one little simple page where people enter their email, and then that's it. So basically what we're going to do is just hover over this, and I'll explain all these little sections in a second when we actually rebuild this whole thing. But for now, just go scroll over to where like you can pull up this green tab and just hit on this garbage can just to delete everything. So just click OK and just keep deleting it. And we're going to keep deleting until everything's gone. All right, and then here we go. Here's the last one. Okay. All right, cool. And now this image right here, this is the background of this funnel. So I mean, if you want to use this image, you could, but a lot of times it's just better to go with something that's white. And then so let's start off with here. So if you want to change the background, what you do is you go to the settings at the very top. The scroll down bar will come down, and just click on the background. And then this little window will pop up to the right, and then go to where it says BG image, and just click on this little square right here so you can pick out a new image. And you can even choose different colors if you just want a plain white background or a purple background or a red background. It doesn't really matter. So, but I'll also show you how you can basically just start from scratch right here. And I'll show you how to get some cool images in a second as well. So if you want to have a cool background, I'll show you how to do that. But for right now, I just want to show you how to just put a white background, because that's really common. It's just having a white background is like perfect. So like I said, like simplicity is best. Having an image doesn't really matter, honestly, but I will show you how to use images in a second, so don't worry about that. But for now, we're going to choose a white background, and when ClickFunnels uploads all this, you can choose like these can be all your backgrounds right here. Like you can choose blue or red, and all this other good stuff. But the easiest way to read is black text on white background. So I mean, don't make it hard for your your customers to read. If you picked a purple background and you put black text on it, it's gonna be hard to read. And same thing if it was white, just because like most people are not used to reading white text. People are used to reading black text on white background. So or even if you really wanted to, you could maybe use a black background and put white text, and that could work as a second best. But the first best is always a white background with black text. So you just click on the white background that you want to use. There's several different white backgrounds. Like this one has a little shadow at the bottom. This one has a little checkers on it. But I just choose this white background just because it's plain. So we'll come right up here and select on Add Image. Okay, so then our background is now white, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. So just to kind of describe how to build a funnel and how this actually works is like there's basically 3 different layers that you need to consider. Now there's a green section, there's a blue section, and there's an orange section. And the green section is the biggest section of them all, because the green section will cover basically the whole entire screen. So like the screen's worth of whatever is visible, one screen from here to here to here to here is basically a whole new section. So, and you'll see this in just 1 second. So when you click on new section, you go ahead and we can just do full width for now. Okay, and then this all will make sense in just a moment. But right now, like we have like from this whole area right here to here, this is like this is the whole green area that we're using right here from one end to the other. So we're gonna add right here, we're gonna add a new row, and this is where we will basically put in like our title and our subtitle. So for now, we're gonna go click on just one column. So you have all these different options, which I'll show you in a second, which will give you more options to be more creative. But for right now, what this blue section now does takes up this area. So this green section is now from the very end of this screen to the very end of this screen. But this blue section now only goes from here to here. Okay, so now we're working only in this area. Now, next we're going to click on this orange tab for Add New Element. So once we click on this, there's going to be a tab that opens up to the right. And this is where you can add a headline. You can add a sub headline, a paragraph. If you want to do a bullet list, if you want to put a picture here, if you want to, an image pop up, like you get all these really cool things that you can do. But we'll use most of these things in a little bit, or at least some of them. You can put a video. I'm just going to go show you the options that you can use, because this is what we're going to be working with. You got a button. Say if you want to put like click here or opt in now or whatever, your input, like if someone wants to put in their information for an email, we'll show you that in a second. But that's most of the stuff that we're going to be using. But just to show you other cool things, you can put a countdown timer, a day timer right there. So if you're selling a product, some people like to put a countdown timer just to make things look more scarce and gets people interested in buying your product a little bit more urgently. If you want to put a link, you can put links, like link outs, but I don't think you want to do that on this right here. So there's all these other cool stuff that you can do. So that's like basically this menu for the element section. So, but for right now, we're going to take the first one that we came upon, and that's the headline. And so we will basically right here, you can put a headline. So we could just put any kind of large headline right here. You put your own text that you want to put here, and I'll give you some examples of what to put in a second. But for right now, we're going to just basically lay out everything that we want to put in here. So again, we have the green section, which is the big section. We have the blue section, which is the medium section. And then the orange is where you actually put in what I like to say, like the highlights, where like basically you can put like your headline, you can put pictures and all kind of good stuff. So for right now, we want to add a new element. Just click on this little plus sign, and then this section will show up again, and we're going to put a sub headline. So it's going to be fairly easy. in this editing, like we're like seriously like almost done. So this is how easy everything is. So, okay, so this is what I would do next. So we got, here's your headline, your sub headline. Now what I might want to do is put a picture here, or maybe even a video. And then over here, we're going to put like the email stuff. So how we do that is basically we come to this blue section now, and then we click on the new row. And right here is where your column will be split into two. And so if you want, so you have all these different options, how many different kinds of splits you want, but you'll see this in just a second. But we're going to click on two columns. We want two columns right now. And now this is going to split up this section into two things. So right here, I can put a picture. We're going to click on new, add a new element. And then we're going to scroll down just a little bit. And we're going to put a new image in here. Okay, so let's just think of something. I'm just going to pick up some pictures from Google. Do not use Google Images for your funnels, but just for sake of examples, I mean, I'm going to kind of show you what you can do. So get your own original images. Don't use what I'm showing you right now. So like whatever. So there's free images available, but just for right now, because this is just off the top of my head, I want to show you what we're doing right now. So we're going to add an image by click on settings on this gear section. This pop-up is going to come up here, and then same thing, come to image, click on this little square button. And then what we're going to want to do is just go to upload. And I just want to show you a really quick example of how to edit your stuff, and then we'll make this a little bit nicer in a second. But I want to give you a couple examples of how to edit this stuff. All right, cool. So the image is uploaded. It's already clicked and selected. So we'll just go ahead and select add image. And now our image is added to this whole thing. And if you want to change, now this is the really cool part. So if you want to edit the size of the picture, you just come right here to where it says image width or even image height. And you just add in how big you want it to be. So there we go. We'll just do that for now. And this is like obviously a poor resolution, but this is just I want to show you right now how easy this is to edit. And then we'll come back in a second and actually make this a little bit nicer when I show you how to get like free images and stuff. So I know some people are just going to want to get right into it, but this is all you got to do. I just want to give you the layout of what you can do, and just how fast we can do this in just like 20 minutes. So what I'm doing basically right here is like in this new section right here, I just basically we're going to add a new element, just like how we did up here. We could do a sub headline. You can do paragraph. It doesn't matter. And then just keep on clicking on the orange add new element right here, just because we're going to keep adding new stuff. So right here we'll say we want our email. I'm doing this kind of fast just because like this is just how simple it is, and I'm thinking like you already can catch on to what I'm doing. So we're going to click on input, because input is basically where people are going to type in their email address. And then since we're here already, let's click on this settings option for your email address. So this is where basically if you want, we have to input this type. So right here, we're going to put email address. Okay, so it's just that simple. And now it's ready to go. Now, if you were trying to collect someone's first name, for instance, we can do something like this. All right, we'll just go ahead and click on a new element. And we'll come down to input again. Now, by default, it says your email address right here. And if nothing is selected, it's going to give you a warning. So it'll remind you. But okay, so by default, like I said, it says your email address right here. But if you want to just have it be your first name, if you want to select someone's first name, for instance, we come back up here to input type. We just say first name and click on it. Now it still says your email address here, and where you edit that stuff is just right here. So just go to placeholder text, and you can just say your first name here. So there we go. So now we can now select, like we can now enter in someone's email or their email and now their first name. Now typically the first name, you know, where people can enter that kind of information is usually above the email. And this is all you gotta do. Like you just, if you want to drag this around, just click on move and let's drag it up one, just like that. And now it says your first name here, your email address here. And we're going to add another section right here. We're going to add in our button. So we're going to add another element. And we're going to select on a button here. So now we have a button. And again, it says warning, button is not, it's not hooked up to anything. So right here, it says click to sign up. This is our button. But we're going to edit all this whole thing. So right here, we just come back to settings. And this is just super, super simple. Okay, so we're going to go to edit action. So what we want this button to do is, like, you know, if we wanted this button to go to a website, we would just say, you know, go to a website and put our URL right here. But because we want them to submit their form, we were going to select this right here. But then you have like other options too if you want to pop up. If they, you know, all this stuff is like, you know, go to next funnel, or this is a little more advanced stuff. But for what we're going to do right now, and I'll show you all this stuff in a little bit. But for now, we're just going to submit order form. Just select this option, and now it's hooked up. Now let's go back to this little editing section. So button text right here, and just go ahead and change this to be however you want to, just to show you how easy this is. All right, cool. So you can edit the text that easy. You can put subtext right here. Okay, so now this text is now appearing. You can change your font sizes, and so it's just all this super simple, easy. So we'll get into this a little more detail of how you can edit your whole thing when we actually make this thing look nice. And then, but here we go. If you want to change the color of this whole little button, just do it just like that. Click on whatever color you want. And this looks a little bobo, so I'm going to change this around just for a second. So here we go. Just go ahead and change this font size a little bit smaller. And bam. Like, here we go. So like this is basically like a very nice looking landing page, and this is like simple and easy. If you want to change this text, you know, you just click on the text area, and you'll have this ability to just edit this stuff. Welcome to Sarah's hair salon. Get $10 off your next haircut. Come to this little area right here. Okay, sign up to our email list, and we will email you a coupon. Here we go, another small call to action. There we go. So this is something you could probably do. It's just like, just let the person know that they can show the email like on their phone. Or whatever you want to say. So here we go. This is all super simple. And then here's the next piece of advice we're going to do. And we're going to set this. This is like the last major thing. So we're going to set up our email integration. So come up here to the settings and go where it says integrations. Click on it. And right now it says we're not connected. So come here to integration. Here you can choose your MailChimp integration option. And then we're going to come here where it says action. We're going to add these people to our list. That's what we want these people to do. And we're going to add this to our this is our email list right here. So, and then the next thing you want to do is come to the confirmation email section. And where it says send confirm email, we want to turn this off, because this means like once someone enters their email, they're gonna be given an email that would be asking your subscriber if they want to be a part of your email list. And so it gives them another confirmation, and it's just another step. So like if that person doesn't, confirm, or if they don't even get that email, they'll never see your emails again, even though they signed up to you. So just go ahead and click on this option right here. Don't send confirm email. It's evil. Don't worry about that. So that's all we want to do. And so this whole little video just kind of shows you how easy this is to set up your own, basically your own landing page. And what you can also do is come over here to this mobile section, and this will show you what it looks like on mobile. So here's, if someone were to click on your ad for when it comes to like on their, on their phone, this is what it will look like. Welcome to Sarah's Hair Salon. Get $10 off your next haircut. And here's like that image. Sign up to our email list, and we will email you a coupon. Just show us the coupon on your phone when you arrive. There we are. Looks nice and neat. Your first name, your email address here. Yes, I want this. This is a great deal. Cool. So this is basically how easy it is to get your full thing going on. So this is our first page. We're completely done. So if you want to make this look a little bit nicer, you most definitely could. I'll show you the next video where you can get some cool images. Again, do not use Google Images. I just use this for an example. You will get in trouble if you use that. So, or if you use that like on your ads, especially that. So, do not use a Google image. So, I'm just using that for an example, just for this course. And before we go, hit the save button, because it's always very important to save your work. Because if you do click on like exit or whatever, it'll give you the option to save again. But you should save your work, regularly. So always click save. So I'm going to end that video right here. Just want to show you how easy it is to edit your first page. We did this in about 30 minutes, and seriously, this is what people like are charging $5,000, $10,000 for. So let's just go ahead and say this again one more time, just for good measure, and I'll see you in the next video.